Hi everyone, I'm going to do a little demo, excuse me, on one of the preparations that we need for the workshop, and that is the muted colors just in a grid. It really doesn't need to be anything fancy. I just laid it out here so that I would be a little bit neater, even though it's on a fairly messy piece of paper that's a leftover UART mounted piece that I've had for a while. There's a couple different ways that you can do this, and I'm just going to pick some of my muted colors in a mid value. So this is a pretty mild color. I might go a value lighter on that. And this is in the red, so we're just gonna start here, and I'm just gonna do that. Believe it or not, it looks purpley. Now you see why this is a piece of paper I wouldn't use, because it just doesn't go on evenly. There was something bad in this batch. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can just rub it in, or you can wash it down with alcohol, whatever pleases you. This is really a color study, has nothing to do with anything else. I'm gonna go with a muted purple gray right here, and just go through the whole thing with you so you can see what it is that I'm trying to do. And then when we're all together, we'll do the exercise so that you can see how colors react differently. And I'm just gonna go through it with a very gray blue. Let's see if I can find a good one. I'm trying to keep the values all about the same so that we can figure out what happens when we go through all this. So this is a very bluish. It does not have to be neat or clean. Now I'm in a green, believe it or not. Yep. Okay. I went outside the lines. That's no big deal. I'm just gonna rub it in so that I get my tooth back. And I'm gonna go through the whole thing with all the different colors that I had outlined there. They're just all the muted colors in my Blue Earth box, but it doesn't matter what brand. It's really just the muted colors that I want you to get, because we're gonna see how they interact with each other. And I'm going straight across the board here, and we'll see how it all turns out. This, believe it or not, is in the blue-green family in my box. And I'm going a little further to a slightly more chromatic. I don't know that I'm gonna like this, so I'm gonna just make a mark. I might go one value up and see if that's better. Again, this is not a critical exercise in the sense that it doesn't need to be neat, doesn't need to be perfect at all. Now I'm gonna go into a grayish green, but slightly lighter. Yep, that's more yellowy than this one. And I will now go to more beigey color, believe it or not, in my Blue Earth box. This is, that's gonna be too dark. This is in the grays, so I'm gonna check that out. See how much warmer that is than that. Okay, now I'm gonna go almost in the oranges, very warm. See what happens there. Is that too dark? Nope, that's just about right. Okay, and now I'm gonna go into a rose color that's a little bit grayed down. Yep, that's it. That might be a little dark in value. Now I'll just rub them all in. I clean my finger in between each rub down so that I don't contaminate all the color. I always have paper towel in my hand. I recommend that you consider the same because you don't want to contaminate. Okay. And then the next thing that I'll do is make a nice grayscale here from pure white to gray. I'm just gonna go straight across, and you will see during our exercises why I'll be doing this. I always clean off my pastels before I start, and this is actually looking pretty gray, so I'm going to go to a lighter white to get the cleanest color that I can. I'll start with white on the left, and I will just go straight across and maybe use that one that I just had. Let's see if it really is grayer. It certainly is grayer, and I thought it was a pure white. So it's interesting to find your colors. Now, I'm in my Blue Earth box. I'm going to try to get to the most neutral of my grays. That is not an easy thing because a lot of times these colors tend to shift to a blue or even a green. And you're not really getting a true gray. I've been on the search for that for a very long time. And here we go. And it doesn't matter how many steps you've got. I would just try to get a full range. So see, this actually even looks like it has a little red in it to me. But under the camera, it's a little rosy. Under the camera and the lights, it doesn't look too bad. I'll turn my paper towel inside out here. Now, again, it doesn't matter which brand you use here. It really doesn't matter at all. But as we learn to get our values straight, this is going to be a super helpful exercise, and you'll see I want to keep you in a little bit of suspense here. Okay, now I have discovered a blacker black than the Blue Earth one, and believe it or not, that is with Henri Rocher. I don't expect you guys to have that, but these are like $20 a stick, and look how much darker that is. You can hear the grit difference, okay? So if you guys can do this in advance, it will save us some time. It'll help you with your exercises. You might want to put this on a whole separate sheet because we'll be going up and down on it and testing right on the color itself, or the gray, I should say. So that's up to you if you want to save paper. I really should have put this higher to give me more room. But anyway, I just wanted you guys to see that and see how this works. Hopefully this helped.